Supercoach 360.
Supercoach 360. Animation.
Supercoach 360 podcast.
Massive thanks to Brad Smith there. If you liked what he was talking about, there's plenty more to that conversation. We've got a new YouTube channel. Just search for Supercoach 360 on YouTube. You'll find the full chat there. Otherwise, he's already written a couple of pieces for us at supercoach360.com. Thank you very much, Brad. We're going to see a lot more of him this year. One thing he did mention in terms of planning was the need to build a dream team. Right, so in our conversation, he said one of the most important things for him in sort of planning his Supercoach season is building the dream team. So I set the challenge to you guys last week. Bring your dream team this week. Did you guys manage to make it?
Yep.
Yeah?
Sure did.
Sure did.
Did it today.
Wow. Okay, there you go. Threw yourself under the bus. Love that. Well, Bergs, let's start with you then. You did it today. It must be fresh in your mind. Who's your dream team?
I've literally just finished it.
Should we go together position by position, or is we going to go through each team, rip it apart, and go through mine?
Well, I was thinking go through Bergs' team, and then we can easily knock out the doubles.
Well, I reckon we'll knock the doubles out early. What do you reckon?
All right.
Teddy Turbo?
No. Turbo Trell.
Right.
Goal kicking for Trell. I think that
See.
can close the gap on Teddy. And just for a point of difference, because everyone's going to have those two. So if Latrell can explode and I've got him and the rest have got Teddy, good for me.
I've got Turbo as the starting fullback, and then Teddy, Puppy, or Trell. I've got the fact that Puppy and Trell are both goal kickers as well. But it's pretty much going to be the two that are in form, available at that end of the season. You know, injury, suspensions, anything can happen. So I'm just keeping my options open in a couple of positions.
Yeah.
Right. Then I have Toto.
Yep.
Yep.
Stags.
Yep.
Aikens.
Stags and Aikens haven't made mine.
Gary.
Yep.
Yes.
Now I've gone with the Broncos fullback. It's either going to be Tessie New or Selwyn Cobbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's I've gone with that guy, whoever that is, just because Tessie New come out a bit of a wet sail last year, and with a better side around him, if he's fullback, that is. If not, Selwyn Cobbo will be fullback, and he'll be that guy that I'm talking
Well,
about.
I've got one of those, and that's Adam Dewey. If Adam Dewey's playing 5'8", I want him in my centres.
Yeah, that's a good shout too, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can get him in the centres, I'll cheers to that.
But in saying that, are they going to sack Brooksy and Jackson Hastings didn't come back to play reserve?
Well,
grade?
that's time will tell.
An argument.
It's overdue, but
What are your centre wings? Sorry.
Centre wings, I've got Coates, Tupu or Sawali, and then on the bench, Ramian, Lomax, Mulatalo or AJ. Keeping my options open there.
You sure are.
well, I've got Coates and Suwali too. If they can find their feet at the Storm and Suwali can get the wing spot at the Roosters, I'll be looking towards both of them.
Two ceiling clubs that are going to be hot in finals contention and won't be able to take the the foot off the accelerator. I've got that's it, Coates and Tupu or Suwali, whoever's out on the wings there, as my startings, and then I'm not sure once again with the bench.
Who are your sixes?
My sixes, Munster Keary.
Here.
Mine's a real dream, this one's Munster and SJ. I'm
Yeah.
dreaming SJ can find that form that he used to have, and I'm dreaming I can own him again just one more time.
Right. I've got Cody Walker and Munster.
Yeah.
I think if Souths can click, it'll be off the back of Cody. He still needs a 7 though. Like, he needs someone to start it off, if you know what I mean. He needs someone to have that go, but he's still a good 6.
All right, halfback.
Cleary.
Yeah, and Nuff for me. Dual
Well-
position Nuff in case I have to play Keary up or something like. Well, yeah.
I've got Nath there, but I wrote Ches in just a second ago.
Oh wow!
Just
All right,
to get me up to a 21-man squad.
fair enough.
Yeah, well, Hughes would be my backup if I went that way instead of another gun 5'8", but
Yeah.
it'd be either.
Starting back row.
Runner.
David Fafita.
Yeah, I got Fafita.
Yep, Gussie.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
Andy Crichton.
And then who?
I got TPJ.
I got Cam Murray, captaincy this year.
Straight up, I went Cam Murray as well.
Hopefully he plays some more minutes.
Yeah, that's it. I'm hoping 80 minutes on the edge if that's going to be his role as a
He won't
captain.
play edge, he's a middleman.
Yeah, well, that's it. He's
But
brilliant at
he's
lock,
fully
but
capable. Well, don't get me wrong, in the tough games you might have to pull him off, but fully capable of playing 80, I think. So you don't know. As the captain, hopefully he has a bit more of a say of when he comes off. If he's still feeling like he's got it in him, then he might play 80s.
Well, Bennett was pretty well known for not playing many forwards for 80 minutes.
Yeah.
So if Demetrio's got a different approach to it, you could easily see Murray step it up to at least 70 every game.
Yeah, and that's great for his game, especially with the extra sets you get with the newer rules. And then I've also got B. Smith.
Yeah,
I've got him up at hooker.
Yeah,
I mean, but also, like, I've got a couple of asterisks where I could interchange any of my hookers into the back row. I've got a few dual position options there because I think that's one of the crucial things is I want informed dual position hooker back row.
What else you got in your back row?
I got Curran as well. Sorry, I know the question wasn't directed at me.
Yeah, no, I've got Curran / Tohu Harris, whoever's hot.
Yeah.
At time, because Curran's more attacking stats, but Tohu will just get you 70 week in, week out comfortably.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a stab at all your front rows. Payne, Haas, Stefano, Udu, Kamanu.
And IPAP.
Oh, you got IPAP in there? Yeah, cool.
I've got TPJ, Haas, and I've got Big Steph. Big Steph will... I'm fully confident in him this year.
Yeah.
He turned the corner and he'd be the best the Tigers have, if you catch me drift.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think... Like I said to you earlier off the podcast, like Alex Twal, take nothing away from him, good player. They've just lost Sean Bloor for an extended period.
Again
injured. So that also adds to him. That means they're coming in with the bloke that's not meant to be starting, if you know what I mean. He was meant to be starting all off-season, Sean Bloor, until the injury, so...
Yeah. No, he just got better week in, week out last year. Now he's another year older, another pre-season.
Like, I understand he's not going to score all the tries. He still will score some tries, I think, this year, but last year he scored a few tries. I think he got 4 in a quick succession. So, might have been 3 in quick succession. So, he'll still be a gun athlete, I think. Gun player, man. And cheaper than both the other two. I've only got TPJ there just due to being dual. And if the dog's going to run, and it's best to have him up in the front row where points are a bit less attacking wise.
If IPAP's not playing on the edge like he did to start the season this year, I probably won't go him. I'll probably have
TPJ or Thompson.
Nah, who are you talking about?
Big Steph.
Cam McInnes. Sorry,
Cam McInnes.
I'll probably have Cam McInnes in my back row.
We'll never talk about Cam.
No, you won't. I got lost there for a second.
I got B. Smith, Marnie, Cam McInnes, all interchangeable at hooker or back row, except for Marnie, obviously, if he's in form and they got a good run at the end of the season, which I haven't had a chance to check out yet. But for the front row, I'm looking at Ola Kawatu, TPJ, or possibly the Fish.
He's Olakawat.
No, Kawatu's back row.
Yeah,
Is he straight back rower?
Yeah.
All right, well, sweet. Well, in that case,
He's one I forgot about, to be honest, too.
Curran and Olakawatu will make up my back row then, and it'll be a choice of Smith or McInnes or Marnie at hooker, and then obviously the Wizard, right?
Well, I've got Harry and Cook. I just think Cook this year should go up again. I just hope, anyway, for my sake, because I drafted him too. So
I got Harry and B. Smith, because I think B. Smith and the back rows will average Cook this year.
Alright. Yeah, Cook hater, eh?
He loves making bold predictions, though. I'm loving this. He makes a few, and he doesn't realise, but I've been going back and taking notes. And I'm just going to eventually...
I'm up.
Yeah, I'm going to write an article at the end of the pre-season just with all the Con's bold selections. And, bold predictions, so that way we can actually start checking them off the list and seeing what comes true.
The benefits of writing these down is for that, eh? Like Brad would have been talking about then. It gives you an idea of what way to go, when and how, and quickly. Hey, like who to bring in. Like you just tick them off your list as you go.
Well, that's it. You obviously try and start with as many as possible.
Yeah.
Cheapies and middies provided, however that works out. And then you just, I suppose, try and just slowly chip away at the list.
Yeah.
Have a goal of who to get, or watch the break evens, and when someone drops to their peak low point, snap them up.
There's no shame in changing your list?
I don't think so. Well, obviously injuries and other player performances are going to dictate your dream team come the end. You can't just stick to that plan or
But
you shoot yourself in the foot.
You've got yourself like
at least a rough draft,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, you know where you want to go.
Yeah.
Where you think the points are going to flow from.
Well, that's it. Ideally, if in a perfect world for yourself, all these players are fit and firing come the end of the year, and you've got them all.
Is there anyone you can see being like, you know how we've had in the past start to finish players? Is there someone like in the say 200 because of the money change? Say up to 280. Is there someone you could see going from start to finish?
100% on his price, but Joseph Suwali, I think, will go
He's
very close to that.
He's just over, but yeah.
Oh, thanks for stitching me up there.
No, he's just over. I'm pretty sure. But yeah,
he'd be the main one, and maybe Isaac Targo from Panthers if he can get that starting centre spot and cement it.
Is he no shot of playing back row or?
No, I think we kick our still there for one more year, and Liam Martin earned it right too. I think he's predominantly been a centre for his juniors and stuff. He just could play in the back row, and that's where they needed him at the time, I guess.
Yeah. Now, also, like, just in saying that, will he get plugged in the right centre, or will he go over there on the left with Toto and?
No, I think Stephen Crichton will stay left.
Stay there. Right. But yeah, anything else in your list that you think is shocking or anything? Is there anything that shocks you? Like,
I think we pretty much went over it. No.
No, well, it's
Look,
obviously relying on him getting 80 minutes in the back row.
Yeah, that's it, and seeing based on season form. Like, I can understand him being there, especially if he's going to have been in your start, and you're looking at maybe being a season longer if he can pick up that spot and perform.
Well, I'm just thinking last year the game sort of got turned around on the second row of centre thing. Like, the centres seem to have way more attack and prowess, way more points on offer for a centre rather than the second rower, if you're catching my drift. Like, now is it more, should we be thinking of stacking our second row with those centres? Like, has the game changed that much?
I mean, look, you could at the, I don't know if I'd do it at the
That's just
start.
some wild shit. I'm not doing that for anyone out there. Probably don't listen to me either, but I'm just thinking that's where the game's headed. Like, it's more for the attack and outside backs, and we do get the odd centre wing that you could probably plug up into the second row, who granted his base is probably shit, but on his high weeks he'll definitely outscore those guys.
I know what you mean. I think that's a very risky play.
It's very like,
wouldn't adopt it at all.
Perfectly, you'd have to litter it perfectly, but it'd be one of those things. If you could pick and choose that, gee, you'd be on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it'd be like having another Dave Fafita some weeks.
Yeah.
Supercoach 360 podcast.